So we're live. Welcome back. Then this is a weird stream because I had it planned out for the Wolves preview, but the game is now postponed. However, we will still be talking about the game, and I'll get well. We've got a special guest to start off with. Arjun, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Nah, no problem. And look, the game's called off, but I personally think it's a benefit for us. I think we need a bit of a rest for the game on Saturday because that's the important game, the game against City. I think it's on the Saturday. But look, we were going to be playing on Tuesday, which is less than 48 hours between the game on Sunday. And I feel like we certainly would have had to rotate. But do you think that's a benefit, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think definitely it's a benefit because, especially with the teams who are playing around us, they've had games postponed. I
Hmm.
think that we need that rest as well, especially because I think our first 11 is good, and maybe like a few players outside the first team. But if we had to do like a rotated 11, I don't think we'd be that as strong as we are. And I think
Yeah,
that rest is good, especially because we've got Man City coming up as well. Like, we need to be fresh for that.
yeah, definitely. The City game is the one that I think that's going to be a big test. And if we had gone into that Wolves game, maybe getting a win could have done us good as well because it would have
Yeah,
certainly
yeah, true.
had us confident. However, I still think we went away on Sunday, scored 5 goals. I think the team will be buzzing. I think we
Yeah,
obviously know that City are going to be a very tough side to beat. But it's more or less. I want to see a bit of fight. I want to see a bit of intent. I don't necessarily expect us to necessarily go and dominate City, beat City. I just want to see because usually what we've seen against City is just not really any fight. We've sort of
just get
just
rolled over, innit?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think back to all the games, whether it's at the Emirates or the Etihad, that I mean, last season we lost 1-0. I think Sterling 5'7",
Yeah, yeah.
Sterling
The
outjumped
header, innit?
Rob Holding.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
look, we always seem to get done by City. However, I'm looking at the team now. I'm a lot more assured. I think the back five, if you include Ramsdale, is
yeah,
solid. I think it's the first time in a very long time we've had a solid back five that we can confidently pick every time. There's no ifs, and
it's so
we
much.
we
Yeah,
know exactly what our defense is going to be.
mm,
Midfield, there's a few debates, and obviously the attack, there's a few debates. But I feel like this team right now is a solid team, and it is certainly capable of doing something. How do you feel about this team? Like, do you feel confident? What can this team do?
yeah. I think going forward again, we're good, but again, you don't know with the striker situation we've got right now. We don't know how it's going to play out over the next few months. But
Mm,
midfield again, like I rate Xhaka a lot, but then he's not the one that's going to take us to that next level.
hmm.
Partey, he's solid, but again, we haven't seen the best of him. We still like need to see that. And then
Mm,
he's a good player off the bench as a backup player. And we've got Maitland now, so I think should get more minutes. I would like to see him get more minutes. And we've got
yeah, I would
Lokonga,
agree.
who's a good prospect so far, but again, he needs like minutes. He needs to be given time to develop and get the. Then, as you said, with the back, we've got a solid back four. I think Tavares he's a good one. He's a proper raw talent in it. Like so, I think again,
Yeah.
he needs time. He needs just to develop his game and understand the game a bit better. At the back,
Hmm.
Rob Holding came in the other day against Norwich, and he was pretty. He had a decent game. Then
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I think the players we
yeah,
have, like certainly the defense is solid, and then you have a player like Rob Holding, who, like he done
mhm.
yesterday, can come in, do a job. We know he's not a starter. We know he's not our main guy. But
Yeah.
if you're needing him to come in one game, do a job, then he's not bad at all for that. It's the same with Shaka. I don't think Shaka's necessarily a bad player. I think his passing range is quality. I think he's got good passing. I think it's just when a team's properly pressuring us, I think his agility lets him down in the midfield, and his turning speed,
Yeah.
etc. That's something that lets him down. And I think a player like Lokonga or or Maitland-Niles. See, Maitland-Niles actually got man of the match against Watford. We haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
him. We
yeah.
haven't
It
seen him
makes
feature
sense.
since. So I
Mm.
would certainly like to see him play more. I feel like if the game against Wolves had gone ahead, would he have started? I don't know. I feel like we definitely would have rotated.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
talking about the attack right now. A few weeks ago, I was sitting here saying Arteta's killed the attack. Well,
Yeah, I remember.
what it seems like now is he's made a change, and
Mm.
it seems to have benefited a lot. Now we're actually attacking teams. Before, if you noticed, we go 1-0 up, then we'd sort of just sit back. We'd sit back and invite pressure. Now we're going 1-0 up and we're going for a second. We're going for a third. I mean, what do you
Yeah,
make of
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I mean it's good, yeah, because I think I remember against the United game, we went 1-0 up. The team sat back and you could see
Yeah, we
Arteta
sat
was
back.
trying to get everyone to he was trying to get everyone to push forward, but I don't know, maybe it was a confidence thing, but now I think especially because I think we play teams of like a lower quality, like do leave quite a lot of goals. And like we're getting that confidence. So we know that we need to become better, we need to be able to kill games off, which I
Yeah,
think like
yeah,
which is what we're doing now, which is good. But against City, I think that'll be a really good test for us as well, because we can see like how we progress because we know we can do it against the smaller teams. And then when we
mhm.
go away to a big team like City, we usually get rolled over. But again, I don't expect us to win, but I think if we can show that we a better performance, give them a solid game, maybe nick
Yeah.
a draw, maybe you never know what can happen in it. But we just want to see an improved performance away.
Yeah, Jamina says City normally beat us by 3 goals, and it won't surprise me if that happens again on the weekend. Yeah, that is true, but
Yeah,
you never know. Look, I think that I personally think we will lose, but I don't. I don't really. I just want to see that performance sustain. I want to see us not necessarily. I'm not expecting us to go and pass City off the park and etc. We know they're going to have
yeah,
the ball. We know they're going to probably dominate us, but I want to see a bit like you remember a few years ago, not a few years ago. Remember what we saw in the FA Cup when we beat them 2
yeah,
0 I
yeah.
want to see something a bit like that
Mm.
where we manage the game properly because you have to manage the game, adjust your playing style to the opponent. So we
Yeah,
know
yeah,
against City we can't dominate the way we've dominated against Norwich, which is why it's a big test. Because does Arteta have the ability to change it up against
mm,
big side to make it work? And that's the thing I've noticed with Arteta is against the small teams. Yeah, we've got the results. It's just against the big teams when our backs are against the wall. He doesn't
yeah.
really have the ability to change it up, and that's what I'm going to be looking
Mm.
for on that game on Saturday. Xhaka is a great player when he's relaxed. When the opposition pressures him, he turns into Glenn Whelan 2.0. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
exactly.
it's a thing like against the team that like a Liverpool, like a City, you often see Shaka getting spun. He doesn't have that pace that is
Mm.
vital in the midfield. However, against the teams that sit back, granted Shaka's a very important player. So big up Doughboy. Go subscribe to Doughboy. He's got a channel. Yeah, mate. Keep doing your content. Big up Luca as well. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I want to know your thoughts, people in the chat. What you think about the Wolves game being postponed? Do you think that's a benefit? Do you think that does us good? I think it does. Although some people might say it would have just been better to play that game now, considering the run of form we're on. I think we'll lose City 2-1. See that again. I wouldn't necessarily be annoyed at that. If we lost
Mm.
2-1, but we showed real fight and we actually like didn't just let City roll us over, then cool, that's fine. I'm not saying because look at City's team; they essentially have two world class teams.
Mm.
So I'm not saying we should go in that game and necessarily beat them because there's still a big difference between the two squads. But I think I just want to see a bit like you get the teams like Crystal Palace always go there and show a bit of fight. You get the teams that
Mm.
go there against City and not necessarily win, but they come out with something. They come out with a bit of positivity from the game. Um, do you think City will go ahead? That's a tough question. I hope it does. Right now, it seems like it is, but you never know. I mean, I thought the Wolves game was going to go ahead, but then it's been postponed. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. Arteta should know how City and Pep play, so I'm hoping we don't pick up a 5-0 battering like in August. I don't think we'll
Mm.
see anything like what we saw in August. In August, I'm not saying the performance was acceptable, but look, in August, if you look at that team that went out in August, it is completely different. If you look at the mentality of the team, it seems completely different to what we saw in August. And I feel like now we have a bit of an identity. I feel like now teams aren't just gonna come to the Emirates or play us and feel confident that they can get a win. We actually have a bit of fight in us, and things definitely look much better than what they did when we lost 5-0 to City. I personally think we'll lose the game. Whether the score will be like a battery, I don't think we'll get battered. I don't think that this team will get battered. I think, look, I say that, but then you saw against Liverpool the capitulation in the side. That's something we haven't seen again. So I just want to see us, even if we're losing, I still want to see us hold out and show a bit of fight. I'm happy it's postponed so we have time to rotate and rest. Yeah, look,
Yeah, definitely.
that's important. I mean, against Wolves, if the game had gone ahead, I'm going to ask you, would you have rotated? Like, how would you have rotated?
I think the back line, if Tomiyasu wasn't back, I think we'd probably keep it the same. Or maybe if I don't know why Cedric or Chambers didn't play, but maybe if they're available, maybe put one of them in right back and move Ben White back to centre back. But apart from that, the back four, I don't know. You can't really change. In the middle, I don't know if because Partey's about to go, so we may get one last game out of him. But
Yeah,
I would like to see Lokonga or Maitland-Niles come in, especially because we're at home and they're players who can put more pressure on and stuff. So that would be good to see that.
I certainly would. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
Continue.
Yeah. I don't know. That's up front is difficult because Martinelli you can't drop him right now. Saka's been quality recently. You can't. It's difficult to drop him. Then Smith Rowe and Odegaard, they've been brilliant as well. Like Smith Rowe off the bench, he's been performing. So there's a difficult one, but I feel like if any of them played, or if like say Martinelli was dropped or Smith Rowe came in, or Odegaard was dropped, Smith Rowe came in, all that, I feel like they're good, so it's interchangeable. So whoever plays will put in a shift. So with that, those positions I'm not really worried about. And then up front, well, Aubameyang's not in the squad pretty much anymore, and Ketia, I don't feel like he offers us that much though compared to what Lacazette offers us. So again,
look, we watched him on Tuesday, and
yeah.
You actually said to me that you said to me while you were watching him, you said in a Premier League game when you need an impact off the bench, is Nketiah going to be that guy? And I agreed with you. No, he's not. I think that he could be a bench player, but if he's not good enough to make, I don't think in a game like City or Liverpool, you're not going to be looking at Nketiah to make an impact.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think we should move him on. But I think the attack right now, we have a lot of options. We have a lot of problems as well, which is a very good thing to have. I would personally, if the Wolves game had gone ahead, I would have maybe brought in Smith Rowe, given one of the players a rest, and maybe brought in Pepe just to rotate a little bit. Yeah, no, Pepe, because
I completely just forgot about him.
Pepe's obviously going to Africa as well. Get a game out of him, and he's gone anyway.
One last game, yeah.
Delboy says, I'm gutted. I reckon because we were on a good run, it was important to get that game, especially if we beat Wolves, it would have been a good moral boost. Yeah, I agree with that, but also I think we still have a good boost in us because of the performance. Yes, I think the players will still be buzzing. We do get a bit of a rest, but yeah, I can see why you're gutted about the game not going ahead. Jamino reckons 3-0 defeat. Ooh, I don't know. You never know against City. They will score goals. I want to see. I feel like we can also score goals because we can get at them. We can get at them if we manage the game properly. I don't know what my prediction is. I think I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go 2-1 City. I think we'll score. I don't think they'll get as many goals out of us. I think the defense, because of how solid it is at the moment. If Tomiyasu's back, then that's vital for us. Because obviously Ben White's played right back against Norwich. He did all right there, but that's that's okay because it's Norwich aren't really gonna put the pressure on you. But against City, it's a different story. So hopefully Tomiyasu's back. Chambers has COVID. I see.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. I would have given Tavares a go. Yeah, I agree with that as well. I would have given Tavares a go, knowing how
Mm.
injury prone Tierney is. Yeah, I would have probably brought in Tavares for this game. Um, yeah, like I said, Pepe, Smith Rowe, Chambers, Murray, and Lokonga all have COVID. So Lokonga's, I assume,
I think
he's
Lokonga's
out.
back now.
He might be back.
I think he's back.
Tomiyasu's
Murray
back.
was on the bench the other day as well. I think.
Murray's on the bench. Does Tomiyasu
I
have
think they
COVID?
might have just come back. I think
Yeah.
Tomiyasu got injured.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Chambers probably must have COVID then. What about
Yeah.
Cedric then? Because he played against Sunderland. So did he get COVID as well then? Oh no.
He might have just been injured. I don't know. It seems I don't know why it's all our right backs who are out. It's a bit annoying, but hopefully one of them's back for City. Preferably, obviously, Tomiyasu. City will get off, mate, because of cases are bad. I can see games called off. However, I want Arsenal to win versus City. Arsenal have to score first. Yeah. Look, whether it gets called off, if it does get called off, I'll probably do a stream. Either way, I'll do a stream. But hopefully, it doesn't get called off. But you never know with the way cases are rising. I say 2-1 City. Arsenal's next two games will define whether we're good enough for top four. Yeah, look, even if we lose this game, I don't think it's going to have too much of an effect because I still think, look, as long as we're getting the results against the small teams, which we should be being, and then against the big teams, I want to see fight. I still want to see us approach the game, not just like allowing the team to pepper us like we usually do. City. Our record against the big six is shite. We need to see where this Arsenal really is. If Arsenal is good enough to get top four, yeah, I agree, Luca. I agree with that. Tommy picked up a knock versus Leeds. Okay, good, because I was hoping it wasn't COVID. So it's a knock. So I assume he'll be back for City. That was probably a good decision by Arteta to if he's got a knock.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially because the Wolves game's cancelled now. He's got longer time to recover. Is City's game still going ahead?
I think on the one against us. Yeah,
no, the one they have one before. So for this,
they have one midweek. I think it is. I'll check.
Yeah, so then I guess it will make things. I don't think it'll be a big effect for them because they've got so much depth. But some of their main players may be a bit more tired and stuff because they have played the extra game. And because we've got more days to prepare, hopefully we can, go there, show a bit of fight, and then I think against City the main thing is we don't want to let them score early because if they score early in the first half an hour or something, they could just take the game away from us and that'll be it. But if we can get to half time, 0-0, maybe like 1-1 or something, or even 1-0 down, like there's something there for us in the second half, innit? But I think if we concede early, I think we could collapse, which is
I think if we could even get a quick goal, that would be big for us. And look, as it stands, we'll be at the game. But if the game gets called off, then that's gonna probably be because look, the more games that get called off, then it's like you have to squeeze them in. I think although the Wolves game gives us a rest, it might do us bad later on down the line if we have to fit that game in. I don't know, midweek or something.
All the other teams have to do it as well.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying as well. If you look at Tottenham, they have 3 games in hand still. So, they'll have 2 now if they play on Tuesday. But we are where we are. We're fourth in the table, and I know people will say games in hand, whatnot, but
we can't worry about that. We can only do
we've done our part. It's all about the points on the board. We've got the points on the board. It's up to Tottenham now to win their games in hand. That's their problem. Same with United. Same with all these teams. Luckily, West Ham lost yesterday, so that's a bit of pressure off them. So I'm thinking if we can get a result against City, a draw would be a result. I'm not saying you should aim to get a draw against City. I'm saying if we were to come out of the game with a draw, considering how we've performed against them in recent years, that would not be a bad result at all. There would be a lot of positives to take from that. So I'm just looking at that game and I'm thinking, look, go into it, manage it properly, do what you need to do, but just show a bit of fight, show a bit of intent. Don't get rolled over like you usually do. But then I don't think we're that side anymore. I don't see us getting rolled over. But I'm
especially
basing,
at home.
especially at home as well.
Yeah,
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I think our home record is certainly one of the best in the league. We've only lost one at home this season, so hopefully we can maintain that. But we're gonna talk about briefly what we would do for as in terms of lineups. I'm gonna do a City preview on my channel, whether it be on Thursday or Friday. I'll let you know. But I want to get your lineup before like we talk about the table and other teams and stuff.
okay. Well, is Africa Cup of Nations is party is going to be gone by then, isn't it? Or
It's the 1st of January, but I assume you will be gone.
um, yeah, cool. I'll do it as assuming that they've gone. So
Yeah, yeah.
swing goal Ramsdale.
Hmm.
I'm going to assume that Tomiyasu is going to be back as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So Tomiyasu right back, White, Gabriel centre backs, left back Tierney. Then in the middle, Xhaka and see, I wouldn't. This is a difficult one because I think Arteta would probably go for El Neni because he's a player again. He has to sit back. He's safe in possession and stuff. But then I feel like we're at home. Like we should get a player who can help bring the ball forward, take the ball out. Because we're gonna need someone who can maybe just that extra midfield runner as well. Because if
Yeah.
City attack, we can get them on the counter. We're gonna need another leg, like another pair of legs up there who can help. And for that reason, I'd go with Maitland-Niles because again, I've seen him on his day, he can perform. But sometimes he's not as good. But if you can get the top Maitland-Niles performance on Saturday, I think he should definitely start. Then
Yeah.
attacking mid, I'd go for Odegaard. I don't think we can. I don't think we can drop him like right now. I think he is good. He is a creative spark. It's just whether he could like keep up with the press and being out of position with the ball a lot. But then, I feel like if you can get the ball to him in good, decent spaces, he can open up things for us. Then on the right, I'd go for Saka again. Like he's going to be a big threat for us. Probably one of our main attacking threats. And on the left, Martinelli. Obviously, again, can't really drop him right now. Then up front, I'd go for Lacazette. I think that he's good with his pressing up top. And again, if you can get the ball to him, he can hold out for us and playoff players. But yeah, that'll be my lineup.
I would probably keep it. I would literally keep it the same as Norwich, but I would obviously consider Partey being out, and then probably bring
Yeah.
in the Congo for Partey.
Mm.
I would like to see because we saw a bit of that Lokonga Maitland-Niles partnership, and it wasn't bad
Yeah,
at all against City. I feel like it
can't
could
play that. Yeah.
yeah, but the only problem against City is just with Shaka, you know they're going to be pressuring you,
Mm.
and it just
The thing
worries
is,
me
though,
sometimes
like with
in these
Xhaka,
games.
with Xhaka, like whether you like him or not, like he is one of the leaders of the team, and a lot of the players look up to him, and like to have him there, I think we should have him there as well because he's one that's just, he's not gonna give up essentially. But yeah, again, he just has to make sure he doesn't get booked because when he gets booked, I feel like that's when he makes a lot of bad decisions. But,
Yeah, look, when he gets, I mean, against Norwich, when he got booked, I was saying take him off, but he
mm,
actually then managed the game well, and it's just like
yeah,
I'm looking at it now. We're fourth in the table. We've got three big. Well, the Wolves game is postponed, but we've got big games coming up. We've got City,
mm,
which is going to be our toughest. It's definitely our toughest game since that Liverpool game, no doubt. And then we've got Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, a game
yeah,
that I feel. Look, obviously we would want to go for that. We would want to try and win that, but we also need to keep in mind the Premier League, which is also a big target. And then we've got Tottenham. We've got Tottenham at their ground, which I'm very nervous for. I'm not confident at the moment going into that game. We always struggle. In recent years, we've struggled going to their ground. And look, I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
that especially with Conte, what they're doing, he seems like he's definitely got them playing, and they're going to be tough as well. So we've got a busy January coming up, and these games are important. We've got important games coming up, and they're
Yeah,
big games. They're going to be real tests, and it's just I'm curious to see how Arteta will manage those tests. We could be either coming out of January saying excellent month, great month, top four looks on, or we could come out of January saying the word that people tend to say Arteta out, which look after Everton, it seemed that almost everyone was Arteta out. Now they're all Arteta in again. But I'm not really one to say like, look, I'm not fully convinced on this manager, but I'm gonna judge him where we finish at the end of the season, and hopefully, if we finish positively, then we'll back him going into next season. And it's also the board. The board backed him this season. They gave him that money to spend. Will they do it next season? Or because I feel like part of the reason they spent so much this season was because of the Super League to take some of the heat off them for that Super League. So
yeah. But I do feel that they will back him as well, because we've got a lot of players that need to be cleared out as well. So like some money will come from there. Like we've got Guendouzi will probably leave, Torreira will probably leave. Maybe like Kolasinac is still at the club. Like he's probably on a big wage. There are like a lot of players that are going to be on their way out. So I feel like we'll get some money from there. We'll get some wages back from there, which we can again reinvest. And then I feel like we definitely have to. They'll definitely back him. I think maybe not as much as last season, but maybe I feel like we need a centre mid and a striker. But
yeah, striker.
Striker
is a big need. I think January striker is important. I think if we were going to sign someone in January, I can't see us spending big. I can't see us spending big on a player in January. But if we were gonna spend in January and go for someone, I would go for a striker. There's a few options there, but I personally like the thought. Look, Ivan Toney is someone that I like. I think he's got a bit about him. I'm not fully convinced in him. I like the thought of Calvert-Lewin. I want someone in there. I want a bit of a target man. I want a bit of someone who can battle in the box and be a bit tall, strong.
You want the striker to be the main goal scorer? Or do you want to be someone who can like bring the team together and that we can focus for our attacks, or do you want someone to be like all around? Yeah, do you want like a player like similar like style, or do you want a player like where's a bit like Aubameyang, or a bit more just focused on scoring? And
I think I want a goal scorer, man. I want someone who can score goals that what like Aubameyang was doing for us when he was firing. I want someone who can score us important goals. And look, Lacazette at the moment, although Aubameyang is probably the better finisher and the better striker, I think Lacazette fits the team way better than Aubameyang would. I think the way he drops deep, he gives players like Saka and Martinelli the license to make runs in behind, and then they can do that, and it creates space. And his finishing isn't great, and he definitely misses a lot of chances, Lacazette. But he's a very important player for us. And notice how when Lacazette's playing well, the team's playing well. So I think he's important. But I think it is important to sign a striker in January. Obviously, Aubameyang's going to be at AFCON anyway. Although I don't think he's going to play for Arsenal again. I can't see him playing for us again.
It is kind of sad the way he's gone out. Like, I feel
it is. Yeah, look,
because the way Xhaka's come back into the team after like, the things he's done. So I feel like
he's the reason Arteta's in the job.
Especially after AFCON, he should be at least given, because we paying him such a big wage, and what's the point just wasting that money? Because the same thing with Ozil. Like I feel like the games where we could have used him and he would have been very good for us, but you're just on the bench wasted. I think what was he on like 350k a week, and it's just going to waste every week. Like, you might as well get what we're paying for.
Yeah, look, big up, man, big up. Look, I think it's sad because he's the reason Arteta's in the job. If you think of it, like
exactly.
He is the reason Arteta's in the job. He scored those big goals for us, and it's sad the way it's ended. And it seems like for me, like with Arteta, when he's done with a player, he's done. Like he doesn't give them any more chances, and he's very ruthless in that way. Whether it's right, I don't know, but we'll find out. Who do you think is gonna win the African Cup of Nations in January? I have no idea. I actually don't. I don't even know, man. I don't know. Let me know who you think, because I've literally I need to check who's even. I know Egypt, Ghana. Let me
I
Google.
don't know about Egypt. Maybe on any masterclass.
Nah, Egypt will win it.
No, I don't know if they'll win it though.
I don't think they'll win it. Cameroon. I'm looking at the teams here. Ivory Coast are definitely a stronger team in there. There's Algeria, who've got Mahrez. Yeah, look, I think Ivory Coast are looking at the strongest team in there.
Who do they have?
They got Pepe, they got Zaha, they got a few in there. They got a few.
Does Kessie play for them? The AC Milan?
Yeah, Kessie as well.
Kessie. Oh, yeah, he's solid. Senegal are decent. They got Mane.
For me, Algeria. You think Algeria? Fair enough. But look, we are gonna wrap it up here. Thank you to everyone who's watched. Big up. Do like the video, subscribe. I'll be back. I think I'll be back on hopefully one of the days, like Wednesday, Thursday, or something like that, doing a preview for the City game. If that does go ahead. If it doesn't go ahead, who knows what I'll do. I'll probably still do a stream, but hopefully the game goes ahead. Like I said, we will be at the game if it does go ahead. And yeah, I'll let you know what's coming up. But big up to for you, Arjun, for coming on.
No, thanks for having me.
Nah, no worries. But yeah, we are gonna wrap it up. Big up everyone, and we're out.